back to 7 Days to Die. I know I haven't done one in a while. I see that my don't know what happened there. So I'm going to be doing another episode 1 of 7 Days to Die tutorial. I've got it on adventure, I think, just to kind of give me more of a challenge, being that I've played this before. The difficulty I recommend to new players would be Scavenger, or the very base. Hello, Shotgun. Nice of you to come into the chat. Welcome to my stream.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. And it's only extremists who say that stuff anyway. Because there's just as many people of other races who want to have equality and racism.
I forget how long the environments take when you first load a world.
As there are white people.
It takes so long. So long.
Yeah. So do Asian people, so do other people, depending on where they're at.
And it's alive! And apparently I've been on this before. But, anyway. This green fog means that I'm near the main city. You can see all the zombies over there. Hi, zombies.
Yeah.
Every now and then you'll see my character strafe to the left or right.
Yeah.
It's a problem with my controller and I can't help it. But, to all those who are new at playing 7 Days to Die, when you first spawn in, you'll get a little message that tells you that you've pretty much been left out here to die by some assholes.
I'm one of those people.
And they tell you how to basically tell you to gather wood, gather materials, create yourself a weapon, and if you manage to survive, then they may let you into a residence, which you never find. You'll click R3 to open and crouch. Doing this. R1 and R2 goes between your hotbar. L2 is your attack and also, I think, your build. L2 is your upgrade.
Exactly, that's why
holding square opens up your radial.
This is your own personal experience.
Circle will back out of your menus, whichever one you decide to go into. Here, I'll just do a little thing. Here's the thing. You'll see at the top left, you got triangle to inspect, X to select. Nice to see you again.
That's how you treat me.
Yeah, you used to be Shiva on my thing instead of Shotgun. Well, hello. Nice to see you again. But,
yeah, back then
something sees me.
Shiva.
Nah, they're just making noise. Anyway, for everyone of you new, you punch grass to get...
Yeah.
Well, if it'll let me punch. You punch grass to get fibers, you punch these to get wood. Sometimes you can get lucky and find some. It's better if you have an axe, because then you can just one-shot them once you get them above level 1. Hitting trees will get you... Apparently all of them's wanting to smack a rock.
Yeah, she's mixed.
That's fine, let them smack the rock.
My sister's husband's black and my
cactuses will give you fruit, which you can eat or turn into a drink called Yucca Juice, which will give you some much needed thirst, but oh shit.
Oh, you're fine.
Cops
I know you didn't
spit at you. And yes, there's plenty of profanity. I apologize for the profanity ahead of time.
But
as you can see, this is the radiated city. This is basically ground zero of where the nuke hit that kind of brought around all of this. Oh shit, there's dog. Dog, 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 doggy, 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 dog. Dog. Doog. Don't like the doogers. Don't like the puppers on here. They like to eat me. still being hunted by the Duke. More power to you if you get it on PC. I've thought about buying it on PC just so I could keep getting the updates and stuff, but at the same time
I agree.
would kind of just at least like to get to 100 day 100 on PS4 first. Yes, I'm sorry to people who are disappointed. I play PS4.
That and the
I'm sorry.
Islamic movement.
Well, hashtag sorry not sorry.
About
but
what is it?
In PS4 we don't get as many of the add-ons as we do as PC does, so unfortunately I don't have all the enemies and stuff that y'all do.
Every person of that religion, and it shouldn't be held against them.
I don't have all the customization and all that other good stuff too. So that's how you do that quickly. I was wondering how that.
No matter what race, religion, whatever you believe.
I keep forgetting how creepy the ambience is when you're next to the nuke city.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, chat.
Yeah, that one I've seen a lot of people that are very outspoken extremists.
Hashtag PS4. Anyway, let's get back on land. I'm not being tracked anymore. Yeah, I found that a good way to get out of range of shit is to run halfway into the water where most of them will drown. If you don't find yourself near a water source at any given point, find the tallest building that you can climb and they can't, and you run.
Yeah, but see, that's what
like hell.
The extremists are talking about.
But
like the ones who actually made the movement,
near
violent protesters going around doing that kind of stuff.
The polluted cities, the main city, which is the one, if I keep hitting the right button. Yeah, well, they're talking about trying to get another developer to take it back over.
Yeah.
So we can still get updates when that's ever going to happen.
Of the people of the movement. I only agree with the ones who actually deserve
I'm
that.
I'm kind of highly doubting it at this point.
With, you know, cops who
but
are actually
I'm keeping my hopes alive for the PS4.
Do shit like that.
Gotta have hope somewhere.
Like the ones with the
but yes,
Taylor, all that.
The nuke city, or the tallest city, the biggest city in the map, so far is the only one I've found that spawns cops. I've been told police stations do too, but I've never seen them. And I've looted several police stations in other cities in some of my previous games that I never streamed because I'm not really into streaming till now. Just now trying to get more into it.
You have your extremists.
Apologies to everyone.
I consider myself a feminist, but I'm not.
Don't really need paper, at least not early on. Passing gas.
To me, I don't think they're actually feminists. I think they just use feminism
as
a reason to
zombies.
Be a bitch and to treat people like shit. To treat men like shit.
Do you have anything?
Because not all men are bad.
In there. It's not too bad. I need some gas barrels. I know where to come back to. And there's B over there. They spawn pretty much everywhere. Dogs are more my main concern. Just mainly because they're harder to get away from.
Because Dustin himself, there are male
bees you can pretty much 1 to 2 shot depending on what you decide to do.
Everything about women's rights and equalities and birth control and all that stuff that's been all over the news. He agrees with it completely.
Ah, shit, dog.
He even said that they're right, that it's ridiculous that women don't have the rights to their
dog or cop.
And all these
Which one would I rather die by?
And
I have to say cop, because I have a better chance with a cop.
But not all men.
If you cause a cop enough damage, they'll blow themselves up, which will pretty much give you an auto win anyway. Shh, don't tell people I said that. The only downside to if a cop decides to suicide is that you don't get. Yeah,
You're
that's true.
You're not bugging me at all. I like being able to have
everyone needs more money though.
Conversations and stuff.
That's everywhere. That's not just certain places.
If people can bring it across politely and not get rude or heated, I'm all for it. Yeah.
And the only thing I have is a chainsaw.
Well, see, I promise you, if it's something that I don't agree with, I'll let you know. And I won't do it in a bitchy way.
But a quick little side note anyway, is if you can decide to, if you decide to fight a cop,
well, see, that one
causing them enough damage, if you can't get them to die, they will blow up, and if they blow up, you don't get any of the loot. Didn't want that. But,
exactly.
Okay.
Yep. I knew.
Yeah, I forgot about the limit thing.
I knew a girl like that.
Can't assemble, which means I don't have the book yet. Kind of figures. Most of this crap.
Yep. Oh, no, women can be petty. They're some of the most petty creatures in the world, if not the most.
Vera is good just for later to have medical bandages. To keep empty jars just as an emergency. Don't know why the hell I have this. Scrap. I think it was for, like, if I ever got into it. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you finally gotten used to the game. Give me some free space. The more I can collect, the better.
That's what I mean. That's why I said I'm on the fence on that. When it comes to that and like incest, I understand.
Hello, Spitty McSpitterton.
But I still don't necessarily like it. And me personally, I still wouldn't do it. But I do agree that people that happens to should have the right to make the choice that's right for them, because of those kind of things can be extremely traumatic.
All that for paper. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. Like I said, there's only a couple exceptions that I understand it.
But to continue with the tutorial,
and that's why I said I understand. I don't
hit triangle to loot.
But I understand it. I'm not gonna give shit for it.
I think mine's on novice game. And don't remember exactly. I don't remember what I had when I set this world up. I forgot to check when I loaded it. I think it's on novice game. I think I made it on novice game just for this tutorial, is so everyone could have a world that kind of familiar. Because novice game, as far as I remember, is the same for everybody. Jesus, it's like Night of the Living Dead here. Yeah. What is it, a zombie party? Oh, there's dog. Yep. By the way, you'll hear growling, and that means dog. Dog is your biggest problem in this game, other than zombie bears.
She could have put them up for adoption.
Alright.
Then again, when you're married, they have a lot more rights than just a guy you're not married to.
And that's a good thing. Having pre-built bases ahead of time is a good way to get yourself set up and started. I usually take up in a prefab for the first like 2 horde nights. Once I can build up my materials a little bit and get a little bit settled, then I kind of go out and find like water sources and build near them, so I have an infinite water source. But everyone's playstyle is differently. I've seen some people set up in a prefab and stay in a prefab. I've seen people wander the first 2 horde nights. It really just depends on your own game style and whether or not you actually want to do something else other than what people do. But not that I'm dissing anything. I've stayed in prefabs. I've wandered a couple of horde nights. I've done this. I've done that. Spider zombies have the ability, the little crawly dude on the ground, walking around like a dog. He can call in hordes, which is kind of what this is. Little mini horde. You can't reach me, so I ain't worried about y'all.
Yeah.
But alone from spider zombies, you also have screamers.
I can imagine.
For about 16 days, day 20. Oh, that's good.
Right.
Build your own, or did you set it up? Set it up in a different base? Let's see if I can't find a screamer. Probably not, being next to the city.
Yeah. Hang on one sec.
Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. It's kind of just an iffy. I know how to spawn one forcibly if I want to, but I don't like doing it. Yeah, basically a spider's like a climbing screamer. They're just not as loud and they don't scream as much.
Hellos. Do what? Yeah, I was on the
Cops spit acid, which can corrode your base over time.
You heading to bed now?
Though most won't.
Alright.
There are some that do.
Good night.
These guys can and have set my base on fire. They don't always do it, but there's a slim to none chance that they will.
I had to switch out my headphones.
Yeah, that's always good to have a backup. I usually have like 3. One for important supplies, one for a backup base and horde night.
Somebody on the PlayStation. He's playing 7 Days to Die.
Use L2 to get to use your stuff, like water,
It's a
bandages,
zombie apocalypse game.
etc.
It's kind of like hardcore Minecraft with zombies.
Anyway, stupid dog.
You sound tired.
Stupid dog, you made me bleed. Courtesy of Eustace.
Do you want to try to lay down?
Never a good idea to be in a town at night, because that's usually when ferals spawn. Ferals are the mean of the mean for console. Well, for PS4 console.
Oh, okay.
PC, I know you've got some pretty nasty ones worse than the ferals, from what I've seen in other people's videos, but anyway. But yes, I usually have 3 bases, sometimes 2, but I usually try and keep them within a close proximity to each other. And in one of my bases, I make a killing pit to where any of them that just drop will instantly either be crippled or die.
Because no medicine, nothing helps. Laying in a dark
Well, then you need to get some sleep.
helps. cluster headaches.
And apparently I'm near an Am I Gone funeral.
But
I don't know. Am I gone?
Migraines are always one of the worst for me.
Nah, I don't think I am. These people seem to like me. Hi, people.
Yes. Make me feel like I have to puke, and my stomach hurts. I'm really irritable and...
I keep forgetting how big these things actually are.
Huh. Yeah, I ate, was feeling queasy. I've been having stomach episodes, stomach issues the last few days.
But, to continue with the tutorial where I left off, before I completely forgot again.
Right.
You go into your crafting menu. They'll tell you based on the materials that you collect. Most things will require stone, wood, and stone and wood. But some things require feathers, other require cloth, other require odds and ends, and who knows what else.
I'll have to get smaller so that we can hook up one day.
Crack-a-Book is a good place if you're trying to look for skill books, which you need to learn recipes, etc. Hey, this one has 2 Crack-a-Books right next to each other. Talk about a lucky find. Burn Zone is good for supplies. Also a good place to have dogs.
Around your chest area and your face.
To start out in a green area with living trees is your preferred. I mean, some people have different. I've started out in snow, and that's pretty much where I was stuck.
Yeah, Tyler probably would kill you.
For a while.
Me too. That's why I said one day. It's gonna be a while till I'm smaller.
Fuck.
Yeah, come and see me for a little while. And then just tell him he just has to get over it.
Zombies. And that's my last bandage.
Yep, one day for a foodcation.
Anyway.
Yeah, because neither of us drive.
That's the Radiated City. I figured since I found it, may as well give a quick tutorial on how to survive and run for your life.
Well, yeah, because you always...
These are some of the zombies to expect. You got the Twitchies that look, I guess they were meth dealers before they died. You got a little punk rock chick. You got the departed mothers, the flaming ones, Mr. Spitz. You have dogs. There's another one I call Tall, Dark, and Angry because he always seems like he's mad.
Yeah, one of us could drive by then.
But I never can find him when I want to find him anyway.
Then problem solved.
Isn't that some shit?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you said. Like if you get an episode while driving.
Damn it. Every time.
Yeah. If someone's with you, you'd have someone to talk to or sing with or keep you occupied. What? Yeah. See, I get most of the time, but it's getting better lately. As long as they're not reckless.
Don't try that at home, kids. 90% of the time, it will cause instant death. As you can see, some zombies can climb it, some zombies don't. Some zombies are too stupid, and some zombies, well, they'll dig their way up here. But, I'm gonna get away from there. I did not think I'd crawl across the map that freaking far. Apparently I did. Whoops.
Lord of mercy.
Hi, Nurse Betty.
Damn. I bet.
Let's not die here, shall we? Yeah. What's up, sir? Twitch a lot.
I bet.
You got these little guys. When you pick them up, they'll give you yucca fruit too. Cactuses give you fibers plus yucca fruit when you completely destroy them. Good source of water whenever you're in the middle of a desert. Ah, here we go. This is the one I'm talking about when I say tall, dark, and angry. It just always looks so mad.
I wonder why she just showed up. Does she have someone that lives near
You
there?
can find metal. These are what you hit in the desert to get wood,
So she
stone,
just randomly shows up sometimes?
or iron sometimes. You can mine the ground and get granulated sands, sometimes gravel if you dig far enough down.
No business being out there. Hey, you want to talk for a while?
You sometimes find bird nests. Not very many of them around
How
though.
does she even know you? Or that you can get that?
Running into cactuses can cause bleeding and can kill you. Here's clay deposit.
Yeah.
Well, at least I think it's clay. Maybe you're wrong. Don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Growl, 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 growl. That's all y'all do.
Yeah.
Torches are good starter weapons if you don't have a club. I can make one, but I kind of go around this a little bit. Is what I'll do is I'll create a bunch of arrows, all but 2, and spam craft a bunch of arrows to raise my weaponsmithing a little bit. And that way, by the time I decide, hey, let's carry on with the missions, I have like a level 20 or level 30 club instead of a level like 10 or 15 or level 1. Arrows don't have levels unless you go with arrow types such as iron and stone and flaming. I think there's another type, but don't quote me on it. But that's a tutorial for a completely different time. Don't tell me I left my bed in the middle of a freaking... If I remember right, I think I just placed a bed in the middle of the road and kind of just took off. If I did, that's going to be so embarrassing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just left it in the middle of the road. Which, even if I did, it's not the end of the world. For all of you wondering, at the bottom left corner of my screen, there's a little toxic symbol. That means I've been infected.
Yeah.
And there are two ways to cure that. Either antibiotics or... Pardon me. Either antibiotics or honey. Antibiotics will cure the infection and stop further infection.
Yeah.
While honey, on the other hand, will just cure your infection. It also restores food and drink if you're desperate. And you can't find any.
Oh.
These are the kind of areas I like to start in. A little grassy and all nice looking. I know where the big city is now. That's where I was originally going. But then I forgot, hey, I don't have weaponry.
Yeah, that's what Chip said, but you just didn't want to be bothered the other
Here's
day.
my old bed. Yes, I have survived horde nights like this. Just spawned a bunch of, spam crafted a bunch of arrows, got myself a bow, and I stood on top of a rock all night. Because I literally forgot to keep track of my days.
Oh, Lord.
But,
yeah.
And anyway, to keep track of where I'm doing, I'm just going to go ahead. Don't need to equip that right before nightfall. If I equip that before nightfall, I'm definitely going to freeze to death. I'm going to drop this. It's not going to do anything. Let's make us a little base.
Especially so many times.
Okay, I
I'm
still
pretty
kept
sure
it to 5.
before when it was just a couple times a month was fine.
No,
but
I do that. Let's start with 20 and see where that gets me. Well, that's making. I'll get some more wood. Some more wood.
Yeah.
I mean fibers, not wood. Wow. Like I said, for the screen jerking, I apologize. I can't help it. It's a problem with my controller, and I don't have another one. Forgive me.
Well, you could just don't answer the door.
That little number that pops up on the thing. And by the way, I'm using R2 to take down the tree. In case anyone was wondering. Tree falling, I don't know if it can kill someone. It happened one time to one of my friends in we don't know if it was a glitch because shortly after the entire game crashed. Glitch, and it accidentally killed him, or if it was a on purpose thing and the game just crashed afterward because it couldn't handle how hilarious it was.
Yeah.
Been around here before. Come on, pick it up. Thank you. Anyway, use triangle to pick up everything, unless you're in a. Come on. That's sufficient broadcast gameplay. Is it gonna stay that way?
I was talking to Dustin.
I'm still on air, so it's telling me I'm still on air. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Scrap.
Yeah.
No stone axe. Keep getting my wood. What's a builder without his wood? That should be enough to get me somewhat started. In this game, there's also the build mechanic, where it's touchy, very touchy. Okay. I'm just making sure. I didn't know. The game is touchy, and it will 5x5. Might have to go with the 5x4, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Or just make more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5x5 should get me some.
Oh, I hate the women like that. The older ones. I don't hate them. I hate them putting their views on you. But you don't have much time left to have kids. When are you gonna have kids?
And what I mean by touchy is that the quickest way to deal with this is just swap to an empty hand, if you have one, and just clear out the stuff on the inside. That way, whatever you're building, none of the grass and stuff will get in your way. Hello, Kitty's Corner. Welcome to my stream.
I hopped on to see if it was still working when it popped up and said that the internet was insufficient.
Apparently I've had 20 was not enough.
You sound tired.
I got friends.
Yes.
Ow.
They look about like mine.
Ow.
And I is tired.
Swap. Oof.
You should try to sleep. I will once I can wrangle him off the PlayStation in a little bit. I've been having nightmares, so I don't want to get going on at the moment. Yeah, I looked so bad the other day and I actually went to bed.
Eh. I ain't worried about wellness. I know how to get it up quick if I actually want to. The quick way to combat wellness is to get yourself a campfire, which I'll make in just a minute. And probably need to do a quick tutorial thing just to get it out of my way.
No, I wouldn't mind it.
I can find
At least
more
then I wouldn't go to bed alone and you wouldn't have to, and we could make sure the other one was safe.
And there, it gives me a free thing.
Well, that's because I understand.
You know what?
We would be making sure
Hit L2 to upgrade your stuff.
That's all.
Build yourself a little storage chest so you can keep track of your crap while you're building. Yes, I'm kind of doing this quick. Sorry. But they spawn lock. Just hold triangle and you can unlock them for other people if you're playing with friends. Quick move with R3. Give myself a little bit of room. How many arrows can I make?
That's what I was saying.
52. Let's make 50.
It's happened
Let that
twice
do
in
a
the
quick
last
build.
week, so. But,
I backed out of the menu so y'all ain't gotta hear the constant click
days since my grandma's accident.
of the build menu.
Because I guess it just was too much.
Because I get annoyed by it after a while
wasn't
anyway
a lot,
myself.
It was just like one tiny little
Some people
spot.
some people like it, some people enjoy it, some people just get annoyed with it.
Embarrasses me.
Whichever one floats your boat.
One time though, I had it so bad for like a week straight that happened almost every day that I had to get puppy pads. Put them on the bed.
Crouch so no one comes toward me.
So yeah.
I mean, they'll
that
still
was
come
fun.
toward me if they want to come this way, but
That was also when we were living with our
I found that
roommate.
crouching gives me about a
Well,
5-second
so
extra
that was
head
no
start
creep.
to find out where they're coming from,
So that was when that happened.
and then work from there. I've only got 7 left.
But then everything that I was dealing with him at the time, and that's to be expected, I guess.
There we go. And now I can go to weapons. Make me a quick wood club. Says starting at level 1. I got me a level 30 club. Whoop whoop. That gives me my next one, which is craft bow and arrows. Get me make 2 more. Namely, just because I don't want to burn through all my stone. Get me some arrows. Made me a bow. 33 bow. Whoop whoop. Now I can start hunting. Now to do this, whenever you have this, you can hold circle. And we've got flaming arrows, steel arrows, iron arrows, and normal arrows. Normal arrows will always be your starting point, no matter what. Unless you're lucky and you manage to find iron arrows early on in the game, then congrats to you. But if you don't want to go through the one thing, you can just tap circle and it'll load your thing. You can hold L2 to zoom in. You hold R2 and it'll bring back your arrow. If you don't want to fire it, just do that. You don't get your arrow back, unfortunately. But
I hope so.
It costs 10 wood to upgrade your planks once you actually get them.
Night night, honey.
I've learned start with corners, work your way in. Always start with the base first before you decide to upgrade any further up or over, as this saves you time from having to go outside, especially in the middle of the night. And I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go back into that town and just try and find a popping pills, see if I can get something. And seeing as this is where my seeing as I'm at the 42-minute mark, I really gotta craft. I forgot I had to craft some. Wood frames. I had to grab some more wood. Bum, 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 ba bum, 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 ba. I better stop before I get sued. Anyway, from 2200 to either 400 or 600, whichever one it is, that's what's called horde hours. That's when the zombies are more active. If you have them running, then they will run. They're more aggressive. And on horde night, they always know where you are. There are 2 ways around this that I've found. However, a couple of them is almost impossible to do. And that is to get above the build limit, which is 250. And then they have trouble finding you for whatever reason. 1, 2, 3. There, that starts that done. Now I need 8 stone. I can just break a rock. Break the rock right next to me. Or one of these rocks. I figured it out. Just do a little quick build. Well, not exactly quick, but that'll be my door.
I wasn't calling you to tell you to go to bed, honey. No, I told you I would call you back. I was just calling you back.
Oh, no. I definitely did not mean to do 60. No.
Yeah, she's alright. She's just having a rough night. She's been off the meds for a little bit and out of weed. Well, she has very little left, so she don't have her meds, and we're able to smoke a lot, so she's struggling. So.
If you're wanting to know, I'm guessing one of my friends is 420. I don't mind it. I'm friendly with it. I don't care.
She started falling asleep on the phone with me, and then she told me goodnight and hung up.
More power to the people. Y'all do you.
She's done it before when she
I'm
was
cool with
having a
it.
rough
Don't
night,
care.
Or I told her I'd do it for anyone that I care enough about, friend even. You know, if
I'm now thinking that's probably a bad idea, but we'll find out, won't we? We'll find out together. In the trilogy, well, in the continuance of Django's Wild Adventures, where he braves the ever-loving scapes and tries to survive.
Actually, honey, we were still up then, so wouldn't have really woken us up.
Hey, there's a deer. Oh no, that's a bear. No, that's a pig. Is it? Yeah, it's a pig. Don't need a piggy.
Yeah.
Tearing things apart, upgrading them. Everything dwindles down your wellness for your tools, your durability. This does it. Upgrading does it less than actually tearing stuff down. Tearing it down, for whatever reason, just decides to tear it apart even faster. I guess because you're hitting one thing with another thing.
Yeah.
You're hitting a thing with a thing. And I'm out of wood, obviously. Oh, I forgot how much wood it takes to build these things. Just goes to show how long I've been since I've actually been on a 7 days to die. Shot. Okay, give me just enough. Yes. Turn on this as quick as I can. Oh, running down a tree and we're going. Running down a tree and we're going all the way. Shabba-dibba-doo-bum-ba-dum-ba-dee-doo.
Yeah. No, I wasn't calling to tell you to go to bed. I was just calling you back. Can't exactly tell you to go to bed when we haven't went to bed yet. He's streaming on YouTube at the moment. So... But yeah, he's streaming on YouTube at the moment, so... We ain't going to bed anytime soon, it doesn't look like. Kinda what now? Don't do candle readings. I
Welcome
don't know
back.
How.
Whoever's in
And
my stream.
sometimes candle smoke burns black like just because of dust in your room.
Or welcome, if you haven't been in my stream yet.
So it may not be anything specific. I'm not saying we can't do a video call, by the way.
Chunk, chunk, chunk. Alright, that should be enough.
Not to excuse my stubble. I have not been feeling well, so I have not.
Come on.
I only get it right here. That's literally all I get, is right here. Yeah. Well, see, this is just here because I got the cystic ovaries.
Now, for the build limit,
I grow hair here and here.
you can make your bases as big as they want, as long as you have structure.
Girls. Not as much as a guy.
For wood, it's 5 blocks.
Most girls.
Anything beyond that, and it will fall and break. But as long as you have a pillar every 5 blocks, then it doesn't matter where you decide to build it, how long you decide to build it. You just have to make sure that you have your foundation set to where you won't collapse everything over your head.
About your 6-month thing. There's a few of them, and we had agreed on one, but I don't remember what
I just figured I'd throw that in there for you random people who don't know how the build limit thing works.
I don't know. I think you searched polyamory necklaces or something.
Made it too short. Oh well. Too late now. Stuck with my decisions. Stuck with the decisions. And yes, the moving thing on my controller does make it hard to build, and it is very annoying, but I am pushing through. Probably should have made the thing one more taller, but it'll work. I will make it work.
I just see your face. Yeah, it was the... No, it was, a bracelet, I think. I think it was this bracelet here. You said you liked both of them, and you said either one was okay. Yeah, you liked the earrings too, but the bracelet is what I think what we had agreed on.
Let's go 4.
It was 2 female symbols and a male symbol. You said either or, that you liked both of them. But I think that Daddy had decided on the bracelet. If I remember right. Yeah, no, like I said, it's...
Yeah, I should have made the thing one more taller. Oh well.
He needs to get this. Hang on.
Just means I can't jump.
Get this for him.
Which is fine. Dealt without jumping before, I can do it again. Let's just finish this end. Make sure you get your corners. Always make sure you get your corners. Make sure you get your corners, not forget. You don't want to forget your corners. Forgetting your corners is bad. And if you miss and you happen to go up to the next one, start your countdown all over again. So make sure you finish the one you're on before you decide to go into the next one. Shit.
Yeah, I think that's why he don't really like necklaces. He just don't like things around his neck. But also, I think he thinks it's too feminine. Is it just because you don't like things around your neck? Yeah, he says just because you don't like things around his neck.
Do a quick finish. Come on.
mean, this one is 2 males and female symbol. Yeah, for me, Drake and Preston, but I don't want that. See, I prefer bracelets. You don't like what? Yeah. Hey, I need this. It's a charm. It's a male-female male charm. And then I need one that's 2 female and a male. See, I wouldn't mind having a bracelet like this too. We could have a matching bracelet. I think at the 1 year mark, this one, he was going to get the locking bracelets for me and you. Yeah, the 1 year would be a little more close, a little higher quality.
Anyway,
Add to list. Technically could put another DDS in, but I got a bunch of lists. I can send you all of them if you want, but you told me just to send you. You told me just to send you a couple of them, so I did.
just had a little nice touch. That's the house with that windows, right? And then just place my torch on the wall. So it looks like it's gonna burn down the house. Come down here and get my bed.
Yeah, I told you I had a bunch of them.
By the way, if for all of you newbies, or all of you new people, sorry, inappropriate term.
Only I'd probably put it on
for all you new people to 7 Days to Die,
thing.
never die without a bed spawned unless you absolutely just don't want to be in that area.
I actually like that. Where did it go? Okay, there it is.
No. Okay, so apparently it won't let me spawn underneath that torch. Fine. Right there works. Gets my job done and it gets what I need done. Let's get me a quick campfire. And voila. Survival is done. You get another message that pops up.
I don't know, maybe.
And it'll give you the location of a random trader. All the way over that way. See, I'm facing that way, so
Yeah.
there's my little trader. All the way over here. So I just hit triangle, say waypoint, get my little shop, and there you go.
I like it. Maybe as a
and that's it for day 1 of 7 Days to Die tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I will see you next time.
So I'm at least gonna save it so I know
Bye.
what's at.